corporate chess, the size of a piece never dictates the outcome of the game. In October 2008, while the global financial system melted down under the weight of the century's biggest crisis, Wall Street witnessed an economic miracle, or a perfectly executed plan. Porsche, a niche manufacturer producing a fraction of its competitors' volume, silently cornered the giant Volkswagen, secretly controlling more than 74% of its shares. For a few hours, a sports assembly line became the most valuable company on planet Earth, turning the world's largest hedge funds into mere decimated pawns on the board. To understand how David almost beheaded Goliath, we need to return the pieces to the start of the board, where bloodlines and metal fused together. Porsche and Volkswagen were no strangers. They shared the same DNA, shaped by Ferdinand Porsche in the 1930s. However, the Porsche and Piëchs family dynasties split the empire, creating a silent rivalry where pride was worth more than billions of euros. Under the command of the ambitious CEO Middlegame, Porsche realized that to guarantee its survival in a predatory market, it couldn't just be a minor piece. It needed to capture the queen. Wiedeking's strategy was an invisible masterstroke, designed outside the radar of regulators and market analysts. Instead of buying shares directly, which would inflate prices and alert the board, Porsche utilized complex financial derivatives known as cash-settled options. The wolves of Wall Street looked at Volkswagen and saw an overvalued stock, betting billions on its decline through short selling. They did not know they were walking straight into the most lethal trap in automotive history. In the mid-game of power, a chess player's greatest weakness is success itself. As 2008 progressed, Porsche seemed untouchable, generating more profits through financial engineering than by selling its legendary sports cars. Business newspapers celebrated Wiedeking as the genius who turned a family automaker into a highly profitable hedge fund on wheels. The board was perfectly set, the opposing queen was surrounded, and the pride of the Porsche dynasty inflated so much it blinded its leaders to the abyss opening right ahead. However, to deliver the checkmate, Porsche needed liquidity, a mountain of real cash to convert its options into physical Volkswagen shares. This was where ambition overtook reality. Wiedeking began financing the acquisition by piling up billions of euros in bank debt, trusting that banks would keep opening the credit faucets indefinitely. They threw all their chips into a single round, operating with a dangerous financial leverage, while the air around the global market began to cool drastically. What Porsche's leadership ignored was the hidden counter-trend triggered by the collapse of Lehman Brothers. The global board changed colors overnight. Credit dried up, banks panicked, and the funding lines supporting Porsche's aggressive offensive instantly froze. Instead of capturing Volkswagen in a definitive masterstroke, Porsche woke up with a multi-billion-euro rope tied around its own neck, surrounded by hungry creditors. Judgment Day arrived on October 26, 2008. When Porsche finally revealed its dominant position to the market, the panic was absolute. The hedge funds that had bet against Volkswagen realized that the shares they needed to return simply did not exist on the open market. Porsche had locked almost all of them in its vault. Volkswagen's share price skyrocketed from 200 to over 1,000 euros in a matter of hours. It was the biggest short squeeze in human history. Short sellers were bleeding billions per minute, and the market demanded blood. On paper, Porsche was the absolute queen of the world. In reality, it was on the verge of technical bankruptcy. The check to the king had been declared, but the move backfired. While the funds went under, banks demanded that Porsche repay the billions of euros in short-term loans used in the strategy. The luxury automaker had stellar profits in derivatives, but no cash on hand to honor its immediate commitments. The predator had fallen into its own trap of liquidity. Behind the scenes, the power game reached its most ruthless level. Ferdinand Piëchs, the astute chairman of Volkswagen's supervisory board and a member of the rival family dynasty itself, watched Porsche's agony with the coldness of a chess grandmaster. He knew Porsche needed an urgent bailout, not to disappear. Instead of extending a hand, Piëchs waited for the exact moment when his relative's pride finally broke. He inverted the board. Volkswagen wouldn't be bought. It would be the buyer. The outcome of this behind-the-scenes war was one of the biggest plot twists. It was definitive proof that in the capital markets, the line between genius and ruin is as thin as the blade of a sword. The great lesson Porsche leaves us transcends the world of engines and balance sheets. It teaches us that ambition without a proper reality check is just a trap waiting to go off. In the chess game of life and business, the most brilliant attack will fail if you forget to protect your own rear. When you decide to play against the system, make sure you have the stamina needed to survive the counterattack, as the board never forgives an excess of arrogance. If you want to keep unlocking the most ambitious minds, the most brutal strategies, and the secrets of power that move the world, your next move is simple. Subscribe to the channel right now, turn on notifications, and leave your comment below. What was Porsche's fatal mistake in this move? The board is set, and we will see you in the next episode.